You're not to have any contact with William Hill. You're not to return to those incident locations that I mentioned, and I've also written out on your minute entry. If you post the bond, record it's July 30th at 2 o'clock. If you haven't posted the bond, you'll be seen the afternoon of July the 11th, sometime about 1:45 or later. Thank you, Mr. Porter. Good evening, I'm Judge Shayden. You are
Say it again.
Justin Farrell.
Mr. Thurl. Indication of citation charging you with possession of paraphernalia. And failing to appear. It's alleged occurred sometime last year. You also have a probation violation warrant out of Marana. Next court date on the paraphernalia charge will be tomorrow at noon. Bond will be $100. Janet Altschuler is appointed to represent you.
Okay,
All right, thank you, Mr. Thoreau.
thank you.
Hello, Your Honor.
Good evening, I'm Judge Shayden. You, sir,
Harris Pacific, Harris Spring Pacific.
Mr. Bashir. Citations charging you with disorderly conduct, domestic violence, criminal damage, and domestic violence failing to comply with the court order.
Criminal damage.
Yes, apparently the window screen.
It was already like that, but okay. Your Honor, today I
Don't want to talk about facts
okay.
because this could be used against you.
Yes, I understand. I was just gonna say that I was at the doctor's office for my PBI injury, and knowing that I was gonna get arrested, I came back to the police station, and yeah, now I'm here, and I see Judge Milian on the 3rd, and I'm sure she's gonna slap me in some time, and I'm sorry.
Your next court date on all of your matters is going to be on the 9th at 1:30 in the afternoon. Again, public defender's office is appointed to represent you. And your bond on these matters will be $2,500. If you post the bond, you need to appear. If you've not posted the bond, then you'll be seen on video on July the 9th. Your court date for Thursday will be vacated. And what I was doing when I was looking down at my phone a little bit ago was informing the judge, the prosecutor, and your attorney.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Right? Thank you.
What?
Your Honor, was that bond 2,500 or 250?
2,500.
2,500, thank you, Your Honor.
2 zeros.
Oh, that's.
Good evening, I'm Judge Shayette, and you, sir, are
Gennaro Urbina.
Your Honor, please waive reading of the charges for this defendant.
All right, we'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you on these charges. Set an arraignment date for July the 8th at 1:30. Did either counsel wish to be heard on conditions?
Judge, I just wanted to add that Mr. Urbina is a flight risk because if convicted, he is facing a substantial amount of time in prison.
And Your Honor, he has no prior felony convictions. He's a 2 on the NCA scale. He reports that he wasn't aware of the fact that the matter had been refiled. He is a lifelong resident of Arizona with ties to the community. He is currently employed and would like to keep his job. His wife did confirm to pretrial services that there are no minors residing at the residence where he lives. I'd ask you set the bond in this matter of $15,000.
Bond will be $25,000. Pretrial services, if you post the bond. No alcohol or illegal drugs, no contact with the alleged victims or any minors. You're not to go to the victims' residences, workplaces, and schools. You're not to go to any schools, daycare centers, playgrounds, or other places that minors gather. And I'd suggest you not discuss this matter with anyone except your attorney. Thank you, Mr. Urbina.
Thank you. Thank you. And my public defender.
Do we have a copy of the warrant? Jill, do you have a copy of the warrant in Valenzuela?
Yes, Your Honor. Do you need me to email it to you guys?
Yeah, email it to the clerk because I don't have email access on the, I've got it on my phone, but not on the computers here. Did you get that warrant? Thank you. Good evening, I'm Judge Shade, and you, sir.
You know, fella.
Jail City Court warrants, I'm always gonna. It was really. Appreciate it. Mr. Valenzuela,
Yes.
warrant here charging you with possession of narcotic drug, possession of paraphernalia, alleged occurred on July 21st of 2022. Bond on that warrant, which I will honor, is $2,000. We'll set a review hearing for August the 1st at 9 a.m. in case Maricopa County has not yet come to pick you up. If you post the bond, you'll be excused of pretrial services, no alcohol or illegal drugs. Do you understand that? You understand that, Mr. Valenzuela?
Yes, I do.
I also have numerous misdemeanor warrants here for you. I have 2 files out of Tucson City Court, charges from March 20th of this year, criminal trespass and failing to appear. And charges from April the 29th for shoplifting. Point City Public Defender's Office to represent you on these charges. I will release you on these charges. However, with the court date of September the 5th at 9 o'clock in the morning. If you are out of custody, you need to appear. If you are still in custody in Maricopa County, hopefully the Public Defender's Office will have figured that out and they'll keep the court informed of your location. Thank you, Mr. Valenzuela. Ms. Fernandez, the next one should be our Spanish speaker.
Thank you, Your Honor. The interpreter is ready.
Good evening, I'm Judge Shade, and you, sir, are?
Buenas tardes, le habla la juez Sharon. ¿Me puede decir su nombre, señor?
Erwin Osvaldo Quiroz.
Erwin Osvaldo Quiroz Cheno.
Mr. Chioscano, I have a warrant here out of Pima County Justice Court.
Señor Cheno, el día de hoy tengo una orden de arresto que se emitió del Tribunal de Justicia.
This warrant results of comes out of a conviction for driving under the influence of intoxicating liquor. This is alleged to have occurred
Es,
on October the 29th of 2013.
y es una orden de arresto que resultó por una condena que a usted se le halló culpable por conducir embriagado. Presuntamente esto sucedió el 29 de octubre del 2013.
Pero no era alcohol, era marihuana.
Yeah, it wasn't alcohol. It was marijuana.
Okay, it's alcohol or
Uh-huh.
drugs, that's fine.
Está bien, drogas o alcohol, está bien.
Okay.
Your bond is $250. Amanda Bynum is appointed to represent you.
Bueno, su fianza son $250 y se le asigna a la abogada Amanda Bynes para que lo represente.
Your next court date is tomorrow at about 1 o'clock.
Y su próxima audiencia es mañana a la 1 de la tarde.
There's an indication that you do also have an immigration hold, however.
Mas, sin embargo, aquí me indican que usted tiene una orden de detención del Departamento de Inmigración.
Ajá.
All right, thank you.
Es todo por hoy, gracias.
Gracias.
Thank you. And Your Honor, can we check with the jail to see if that was the only Spanish speaker?
I'm pretty sure it is, but we will check.
Thank you.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you. May the interpreter be excused, Your Honor.
You may, thank you.
Thank you. Good night.
Good evening, I'm Judge Shade, and you are,
Jolene Antonio.
Ms. Antonio. In
Yes.
complaint charging with domestic violence aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Alleged occurred on May the 29th. We'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you on these charges. And did either counsel wish to be heard on conditions?
Judge, the state would just urge that the defendant used and pointed a handgun in the presence of children. And the state would just urge the safety to the community.
Your Honor, she's a 2 on the FTA scale, so she doesn't have a significant failure to appear history. She has lived in Tucson for 16 years and has ties to the community. She has 1 prior felony, but it's from 2013, so she hasn't had a felony conviction in over a decade. I'd ask that the court set the bond at $5,000.
Preliminary hearing date will be July the 11th at 1:30. Bond will be $10,000. If you post the bond, you'll be in a decision of pretrial services. Beginning right now, no alcohol or illegal drugs, no acts of domestic violence, no firearms or weapons, no contact with Jacinda or her children, You don't go to her residence or workplace. And you can go back with police escort to obtain your personal belongings when you're out of custody. Now, in addition, I have charges, it looks like from May the 7th. For domestic violence, disorderly conduct, and disorderly conduct.
There you go. You're.
You check the name or keep going.
I'm going to release you on these charges on certain conditions. No alcohol or illegal drugs, no acts of domestic violence, no firearms or weapons, no contact with Ms. Harris or her son.
Yes.
You don't go near their residence, workplace, or schools. You can go back
Yes,
to
ma'am.
your personal belongings there. You can go back once with law enforcement.
Yes, ma'am.
Your next court date on these matters, whether you're in custody or not, is July the 9th. That's a week
Okay.
from tomorrow at 1:30 in the afternoon.
Okay.
Thank you, Ms. Antonio.
Thank you.
Oh, it's not a good texture. Yeah.
There are. Your name, sir?
Joseph Collins.
Mr. Collins, in a complaint charge you with possession of methamphetamine. So possession of dangerous drugs. We'll appoint legal defender's office to represent you on these charges And did either counsel wish to be heard on conditions?
Anything further, Judge?
Yes, Your Honor, he's a lifelong resident of Tucson and he has ties to the community. He is currently homeless, but pretrial services spoke with his mom, who indicated that she could provide housing for him. This also appears to be a personal use drug matter. I'd ask you set the bond at 500.
Preliminary hearing date is going to be July the 11th at 1:30. Bond is $2,500. If you post the bond, you'll be in restriction of pretrial services. No alcohol or illegal drugs. Substance abuse assessment treatment is available while in custody or under the supervision of pretrial services if you're out of custody. Also have a warrant out of Pima County Justice Court for shoplifting. Failures to appear. I'll reduce that bond to $250. You're not to return to the incident location. Court date on this will be tomorrow at 1 o'clock. I have a warrant out of Marana, also for shoplifting. We'll appoint Janet Altschuler to represent you on that. Court date will be tomorrow at about noon. Bond on that'll be $250. Again, no alcohol, illegal drugs, and no returning to the incident location. Then I have 15 files out of Tucson City Court. I have charges from April, that go back to April 2020 for possession of paraphernalia along with failures to appear. Charges from May 1st of 2020 for shoplifting along with failures to appear. Charges from January 17th of 2021. Failing to stop at a scene of an accident. Failing to appear. Charges for possession of paraphernalia, May of 2024. Failures to appear. Charges from May 10th of 2024 for possession of paraphernalia. Failure to appear. Charges from September 17th of 2024. Possession of paraphernalia, failure to appear. Charges of criminal trespass, October 14th of 2024. Failure to appear. Charges for criminal trespass and possession of paraphernalia, November 13th of 2024. Failure to appear. Charges for criminal trespass and possession of paraphernalia from February 6th of this year. Failure to appear. Obstructing the highway on April the 1st of this year. Failure to appear. Shoplifting, May the 5th of this year. Failure to appear. Charges for criminal trespass on May the 28th. Failure to appear. Criminal trespass and possession of paraphernalia on June the 5th. Failure to appear. Criminal trespass, possession of paraphernalia, possession of prescription-only drugs on June the 6th. Failure to appear. And charges June the 19th. Criminal trespass. And failure to, looks like your court date on this was supposed to be tomorrow. We'll appoint the City Public Defender's Office to represent you on these charges. Bond on these matters will be $250. No alcohol or legal drugs. Drive without a valid license. You're not to return to any Circle K or Walmarts in Tucson. 3128 North First, 4390 North First, 3151 North First, any Walgreens in Tucson. 3175 North First, 3055 North First, 3155 North First. And again, substance abuse assessment and treatment.
If
You've got a lot. Right? Thank you. Good evening, I'm Judge Shade, and you are
Be Janice.
Ms. Janice. Any complaint charging of possession of dangerous drugs, possession of paraphernalia, and tampering with physical evidence alleged to have occurred yesterday. We'll appoint legal defender's office to represent you on these charges. And did either counsel wish to be heard further on conditions? Noting there is a failure to appear warrant on a felony.
Nothing further from the state.
Your Honor, she has one prior felony where she earned a redesignation as a misdemeanor. She has no violent convictions. She's a lifelong resident of Tucson with ties to the community. She's currently homeless and unemployed and unable to post an $8,000 bond. I'd ask you set the bond at $2,000.
Preliminary hearing is July the 11th at 1:30. Bond is $3,500. If the bond is posted, you'll be distributed to pretrial services. No alcohol or illegal drugs. Behavioral health and substance abuse assessment and treatment is available in custody or under the direction of pretrial services if you are out of custody. Thank you, Ms. Janice.
Because I have certain.
Yeah. Newer would be better. Good evening, I'm Judge Shade, and you, sir, are. Your name?
Should say.
Hmm?
Your name?
Mikhail Olson.
Mr. Olson. In a complaint charging you with resisting arrest, alleged occurred earlier today.
No contest.
No, now's not the time to enter a plea. Now's the time for me to formally advise you of charges against you, set conditions of release, your next court date, and appoint counsel for you.
Roll.
Did either counsel wish to be heard on conditions?
Nothing further, Judge.
Yes, Your Honor. He has no prior felony convictions. He did 2 on the FTA and the NCA scale, so he doesn't have high risk scores. He also doesn't have actions. I'd ask that based on the lack of felony history that you release him to pretrial services.
Preliminary hearing date will be July 21st at 1:30. You will be released to the custody of pretrial services. No alcohol, illegal drugs. Participate in monitoring and treatment is directed by pretrial services, including participation in behavioral health and substance abuse assessments and treatment as they direct. And you don't initiate contact with the victims in this matter, that is, those officers. No, we're not through. You're about to get more charges if you don't calm down. I guess we'll continue the misdemeanor till the morning. That's what we can do.
Please release the whole check.
Good evening, I'm Judge Shade, and you, sir, are.
Ernesto Villegas, Your Honor.
Please wait. We have any felony that got continued to. Yeah.
He was released on the felony, became combative before he could address the misdemeanor, so we continued that to the morning.
Perfect. Thank you, Your Honor.
And it's documented on the minute entry, so the morning judge will know what's going on. Good evening, I'm Judge Shade, and you, sir, are
Ernesto Villegas.
Mr. Villegas. A warrant charging you with possession of dangerous drug, possession of paraphernalia. Alleged occurred on or about March the 13th. Will appoint public defender's office to represent you on these charges, set an arraignment date for a week from today at 1:30 in the afternoon in Pima County Superior Court. And does either counsel wish to be heard on conditions?
Nothing further, Judge.
Your Honor, no objection to $500 bonds.
Right, bond will be $500. Behavioral health and substance abuse assessment and treatment is available in custody or under the direction of pretrial services if you are out of custody. Then we have a warrant out of Pima County Justice Court for domestic violence, preventing or interfering with a telephone and emergency alleged to occur on February 24th of 2023. This warrant issued March 26th of this year. We'll set this for tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Appoint Robin Ald to represent you and hold you on the $50 bond requested. I also have files out of Tucson City Court. Charged for criminal trespass, obstructing a drainage channel. Possession of a shopping cart. These are alleged on January 8th of 2024. along with failures to appear. Charges for criminal trespass on January 10th of 2024. Along with failures to appear. And criminal trespass on March 13th of this year. 7816 East Wrightstown, failing to appear in court. I'm going to release you on these charges, but appoint the City Public Defender's Office to represent you because you're other holds. You're not consuming alcohol or illegal drugs. You're not to return to 6675 East 22nd Street Tunnel or any tunnels in Tucson. You're not to return to the 1500 block of South Avenida Cereal to 7816 East Wrightstown. If you're out of custody, then the first Friday that you're out of custody, you need to report to community court at Tucson City Court on the 6th floor, and that report time would be 1:30. All right, if you're out of custody on September the 5th, you need to be present in Tucson City Court. If you're still in custody on other matters, then the Public Defender's Office will address that. All right. Thank you, Mr. Villegas. As long as the jail's good, we're good.
That's everybody on.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.